What's up, YouTube? It's Andrew Stark and Kato Stark, and today we will talk about perfectionism. And a couple of days ago, Kato told me about like the concept with omega, alpha, sigma, everything else. You like it sounds like super good. And can you like talk about this more? Because perfectionism
Yes.
sometimes can just drive you crazy, and you become lazy and procrastinate every single day, and you have a bunch of problems, and you'd like to escape from your life because you think when you'll be perfect, everything will be perfect as well. What do you think? Tell me
Okay.
about like omega, alpha, all of that, because it sounds real.
So here's the deal. Here's the deal.
Yeah,
Most people try to be perfect. They
yeah,
try to be perfect. They try to be an omega. And omega has mastered literally everything. The way it moves, the way it acts, it talks, it thinks, it just flows in absolute perfection. And as humans, we have so many things holding us back, and we have genetics and just our natural way of life. It's not perfect. You have to spend millions upon millions, billions of years reaching that level, and we're trying to reach it in 20 years or in 10 years, and some people try to do it in a couple days. It's just impossible. So the point is to use the 80/20 alpha rule. Basically, rather than trying to be perfect, alphas just try to be great. They put 100% of themselves into something, but they look for 80% success rate, because if they focus on 100%, the the time that it takes to master the rest of the 20%, the little things, the stuff that barely matters, just the little inflections in the way they speak and what they say, it will take so much time off them that after like 5 attempts of creating something, the alpha will be ahead of the person that is trying to be the omega, that is trying to be perfect. And every time after that fifth time, the alpha will always be ahead. So you have to have this mindset of, okay, it's not perfect, but you know what? I'm still going to do it. I'm not going to wait for the perfect time. And I'm actually going to start, because when people try to be perfect at something, they wait for the right time and they end up never starting because they're scared of the results. They're scared of what people are going to think. But none of that shit matters. So to them, they never release themselves out there. They never put themselves out there, and they end up having no success. So what kind of perfectionism is it? Is if you're still at 0%. You know what I mean? So be an alpha. Look for the 80/20 rule. Reach for 80% success and do it consistently, because honestly, in this world, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be good or great at something. And the more times you do it, the better you get. And the less you focus on the little things, the better the result is, and the better everything turns out to be.
we can put this thought process on everything. So, for example, a couple of days ago, I tried to think, oh, my shoe's not the best, or oh, I'm not looking the best, or my haircut is not the best, but I like the girl, and I like to say something to girl like, oh, I love you, or I like you, I'd like to go on a date with you, or something like that. But in the moment you think, but what if you will say, and she will like reject you and say, or neglect you and say, you're like, you're not my type, or you're not good enough, you miss the opportunity. I realize I can miss the opportunity right here, right now. Yeah, in the moment I feel like not the best, but at the same time I'd like to say it, and I will say I just said it anyways, even if I'm not feel the best, even if I'm not perfect, and I can see like I'm not like even certain like this girl like me or not. It was 50-50, and I just said it with the 100% like confidence and say, yeah, I like you, and let's go on a date. If you don't want it, it's not a problem. I won't cry at my house about your decision, because I like to to tell you about this, because that's important for me, and I like to tell you because you will know that as well. It means it can change something. You launch the butterfly effect when you so. Kato, you told me last time, if you just make videos every single week, for example, rather than make one video per month, um, probably you will have a high rate success, only because, so for example, you will make more volume, and you will make more volume, but maybe those videos won't be ideal, but you will learn something. At least you'll do more volume, you will have more data and more actions. Because I was in my life I was constantly like concentrated on little things with everything, how I speak, how I talk, how I persuade people, how I look, what people think about me. It's all about like omega mentality. But as you said, if you're an alpha, for example, and you feel like you need to be an alpha, it's like your energy, but at the same time all of this like environment put you like in the cage of your doubts and thoughts, and like you're not perfect, you need to like you need to be efficient at everything, you need to be good at everything, you need to be ideal at everything, but it's not the right thing to do because you'll be overloaded by those thoughts and the energy and something like that. So it's not like it's not working for me. It's like
Yeah,
you
it's even more important than everything. Yeah, like you said, the fear of failure and procrastination. Margaret Atwood said that if I waited for perfection, I would never write a word. It's how else are you, where are you gonna start? You can't start being perfect. Like nobody does that, and you can't have fear of perfection because you'll never reach it. That's what Salvador Dali said.
what is the moment when you realize that you're like trying to be that perfect, or yeah.
I've had two realizations in my life about this.
Hmm.
I realized exactly what you said, the same thing. When I was 16, before I started, I knew that I was gonna be confronted with this issue, and I knew that I had to use the 80/20 rule, just focus on being great. But then when I actually went and did my music, it went the opposite way. I became obsessed with perfection, and I would just give up, and you know what I mean, run into issues, and eventually it was only like in the last few months that I realized it again, and then I just said, like, you know what, I have to, I just have to do it. I just have to do it, and I have to release it no matter how it is, and eventually with time I'll get better, and I'll get to a place that's good enough, and that's all that matters. But for me, the most important thing is I'm like completely aside from all of this stuff. Like, I just want to love it. I just want to enjoy it. I feel like that is perfection for me. So I feel like people who are perfectionists, they need to do some soul searching, some spiritual work, because they clearly have an obsession with something that they're never going to reach, and eventually it's going to hit them hard one day, and there's just no point of uh of there's no point of trying to catch the light. The light, like flies, they're always around the light, they're trying to catch it, they're trying to like put it in a bottle and take it away with them, but they can't. But it's there. Like it's always there. What we want, what we look for is always there, but we're trying to have it in a specific way, in a specific time. We're trying to create what we do in a specific way. Like, we had a dream one time and it was perfect, and we're trying to chase that dream. But bruh, just do it, bro. Just do it and just move on.
I know this. So, for example, my first video was shit. My next video was shit. Like my, uh, I don't know, first like couple of videos is crap, or first like 50 shorts is crap. I still think so. But the thing is, if I will think from a perfectionism perspective, I will never upload it. Like never in my life. And even now, I'm not uploading enough, or I'm not doing enough in some field because little things in my life, not like in my work, but it's just thoughts from in my brain about like how I look, what people think about this girl, about this place, about that. I like to be perfect at once, and everything just consume my energy, like this, that here, and it's just 100 times better when you just forget about all of this and target on the specific areas in life. So for now, I just think, oh, I need to be like better here, here, and here, and I allow myself not to be ideal. I allow to be like not perfect in a moment because I don't care. The only thing I need to just put in the work and like put more value, put more videos, put more like decisions, put more speeches. I need to make a video like today, right? And the idea to make this video today was super spontaneous because I have only like we have only 20 minutes or something. That's it.
Yeah, yeah,
And it's not gonna be like ideal every time. Sometimes it feels like shit or looks like shit, but anyways, you put in the effort and you do like alpha type shit. It means it just means you're doing something and it's not like 100% of your like max. It's like
yeah,
80%, like 50% or something like that. But anyways, because when some people try to make like an app or artificial intelligence app or something else, they go with the resources, they go with the idea, with the team, and working for years, and like working on little like tiny details, and when they launch the product, it's not even like relevant anymore. It's not
Exactly.
yeah, it's not gonna work. It's like with YouTube. In the beginning, I thought, oh, to be like to have a success on YouTube, you need everything perfect. You need to be perfect. You need to have ideal body. You need to have ideal mind, ideal mindset, and how camera, how everything, and only then you can start. But the moment when you start, that's the perfect moment, because anything else, it's how to say it. It's like
It's always the
it
best to
doesn't matter.
start now. It's
Yeah.
always best to start now. The only time you should wait to start something is if you're in a burnout and you need to rest.
So thank you guys for watching this video. Follow my Instagram, Kato's Instagram. We are uploading almost every single day. I'm coaching and consulting people all around the globe. So if you'd like to work with me one-to-one, just DM me ready. I will break down your biggest problem in life for 60 minutes on Zoom for free. So thank you.